Fair para celebrar el arte y la cultura que San Jose provee. We are here to celebrate the arts and culture of San Jose. We're here to celebrate the Mayor Fay community. Check out the salsas in the back. Make sure you purchase some of the food. Next up, we're going to be continuing with our program. Por favor, si quieren probar las salsas, adentro hay diferentes salsas. Por favor, compren la comida y vamos a seguir continuando con el programa. Ahorita tuvimos la música de Mariachi Azteca. Ahorita vamos a tener una poeta por el nombre de Yahaira, que ha vivido en San José por más de 17 años, creando diferentes historias y escribiendo poesía sobre la cultura de nuestra ciudad y de su identidad. Next up, we have a poet named Yahaira, who's been living in San Jose for more than...
Hello? Oh, great, okay. Buenas tardes. Thank you. I'm really happy to be here. I've been here for over 18 years. I've lived in 7 different cities in California. This is the one I've been living in the longest. My 2 sons were born here, so definitely this is home. And this is their home, which is even more special to me. My grandfather was a bracero in the 1940s. My aunts and my mother lived in Mexico for years as he traveled back and forth. And this whole idea of food was an issue because he worked in the farms, and when we lived here, there was always this need for food, right? So there was that irony. Tengo muchos años viviendo aquí. He vivido en 7 ciudades en California y aquí más de 17 años. Tengo 2 hijos que nacieron acá. Definitivamente esta es la ciudad que yo digo que aquí es mi casa, ¿no? Donde mis hijos nacieron. Pero también mi abuelo era bracero en el programa de los braceros en 1942 y él se venía para acá de Guadalajara a trabajar aquí en las granjas y luego regresaba a México y allá pues estaban mis tías hasta que tenían 20 años, luego llegaron para acá. Pero lo que se me hace muy irónico es de que él y muchas personas que trabajan en las granjas o trabajaban aún acá había carencia de comida. Entonces él cosechaba, pero nosotros nos faltaba comida. Entonces yo voy a leer un poema donde a él lo estoy santificando. So in this poem, I'm going through the process of canonization where I canonize my grandfather. So this is the first poem. El poema está en inglés, me disculpan. Es un poema donde yo voy por el proceso donde mi abuelo lo voy a canonizar para hacerlo santo, y voy por el proceso que en realidad la religión católica hace el proceso, y pensando en la idea de que quiénes son las personas realmente que son santos en nuestras vidas, que llegan a ser algo grande para nosotros, que muchas veces no podemos ver, y quién puede decidir quién es santo, ¿no? Entonces, and here I'm trying to also say, who decides who's a saint within our world, our lives, and there are many people in our lives. So this is called a letter. So one of the first processes is a letter to the Archbishop of where that person passed away, and my grandfather passed away in Los Angeles, California. So I'll just read the first part. Part 1, a letter to the Archbishop. Dear Archbishop Jose Horacio Gomez of Los Angeles, California, we, Teodoro Salvatierra's grandchildren, urge you to consider this honorable man who left this earth over a decade ago for canonization. Call him a Mexican servant of God, a servant of his people. Call him a recipient of aluminum bowls filled with food stamps for his American grandchildren offered by God's people. Call him a noun, tangible. Call him a person who was devoted to or guided by something like being guided by the absence in his daughter's lives waiting for him in Mexico. Call him a servant of California, a traveler. Call him a nomad, a member of a people with no fixed residence, moving from place to place, usually seasonally and within a well-defined territory. Call him a person who becomes a place. He is Salinas, he is Watsonville, call him Santa Cruz, Fresno, San Jose, Yuba, call him Mariposa. Call him places that become a person. a nomad, a no man, a no land, a no food for your children on this land. He was a man whose act of contrition were ballads in front of an altar of braided wheat. His offerings were grains and lentils, and his grandchildren with grumbling bellies, living in a place he served. No, he was a body, a horizon of perfectly lined green rows of agriculture. No, he was a California farm. His feet were roots, his fingers were flowering plants. Call him a servant of God, awaiting your reply, his grandchildren. Thank you.